letting go and releasing. I'm going to go through a very short reading today. Um, I just want to make it as simple as possible and to the heart, right to the heart of the matter. So this pick a card is kind of different from what I've done before. You're going to be able to listen to the whole thing and see which part resonates with you because it's going to be short and it's going to focus on body, mind, and spirit. Or you can choose one, body, mind, or spirit, and start there if you want to release things and feel this freedom. I guarantee you it's worth it. I know it's not always easy to do, but once you do it, it feels so good. It feels amazing. And I know from experience, I've been doing a lot of this lately. I'm just surrounding myself with everything I love. I have people in my life that I absolutely love now, and they love me back. And um, just as I am. So it's not a lot of work. The people I used to have in my life were a lot of work. They constantly sucked me dry. Now, I know that everybody has a bad day and sometimes we need help. Sometimes we're not feeling well and we need extra help. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the people that even when you're away from them, you just feel drained when you think about being around them. Um, and those situations are hard to let go of. I understand. I had friends, a friend, let's just talk about one friend that I had for over 20 years, and it was absolutely a drain every time I was around this person. But we made art together and we had so much fun. And that was the thing I always held on to was we had fun making art. Well, most of the time we weren't making art together, and it was always drama, and things were always going wrong with her, and it was just extremely exhausting. But I couldn't put my finger on it, so I just kept dragging the relationship out, and I realized at one point that it was unhealthy for me to be around her, and I didn't know how to end it. So it took me many months to finally do it. And she was really nasty to me when I just gently said, we've gone our separate ways and I just, I need to let this go. And it was very hard. And I know it's very hard to let go of relationships. So I'm not going to make that a simple thing. I'm not going to say it's a simple thing, but man, having a life without that in my life, oh my goodness, it feels amazing. So you deserve that. And we're going to focus on making this an adventure. Make it a fun adventure. Start small and make a list of rewards that you want to reward yourself that feels good after doing some of these things. And sometimes you need a body double. You need somebody to sit with you while you do some of the harder things. And even I had to let go of the bank that I was banking at. It wasn't working for me. I needed to switch to a different bank, and just the action of it seemed overwhelming to me. So I asked my partner if he would sit with me while I did it. And he was playing games and doing other things, but he was just sitting with me through the process. And whenever I had questions, he helped me, he supported me just by being there. So sometimes we need that, and that's okay. Ask for help. But let's make this fun and, an adventure that feels like afterward, just letting go and enjoying the process. So we're going to start with body, mind, and spirit. So these three cards represent three different parts, but I'm going to quickly go through each one. So I recommend that you listen to the whole reading, and then if you want to go back to the section that you feel is the most resonant with you right now, then that's a great way to go about it, because this is going to be a short reading. So remember, body, mind, and spirit. Thank you for watching, and we'll continue with the reading. The body card is a watermelon. Have fun with your inner child. Look at that luscious piece of watermelon. What I love about this is not only is it luscious, but it also is ringed by the green, which for me is the heart chakra. So this is all about passion and what is fun and feels luscious in your life, in your body. Let's focus on the body. So what feels luscious to your body right now? What feels like you want to sink your teeth into it? Literally, our body needs food, it needs water, it needs, shelter and rest. So what do you need to let go of so you can really focus on enjoying being in your body? And this card in particular says, have fun with your inner child, and we have the number 3. So the 3 is all about growth and expansion. So I chose this gray, I don't know if, I think it's obsidian, a different kind of obsidian. I don't remember, but I love the fact that it's an arrowhead, and arrowheads, it's about getting to the heart of this. So let's get to the heart of what our inner child wants to help us with in our body. We've got 3 cards here. So this is the recent past, present, and future. And as you can see, it used to be easy for you to celebrate in your body. It used to be easy for you to celebrate your body, probably when you were a child. You didn't think about it too much. But as time has gone on, there's been a lot of finger pointing and sticks pointing at you, like literally, like people are shaking their sticks and telling you what you should and shouldn't do. And you know what your passion is. You absolutely know. Your inner child knows. You've never forgotten. It's just gotten buried under all of these shoulds. So letting go of all of those shoulds. If something feels, Martha Beck always says, does it feel shackles on or shackles off? And I always think of my shoulders, like having these shackles on my shoulders. And so one side is shackles on and one side is shackles off. Do you feel that shackles on when you think about eating this thing or wearing this thing or putting your body through this exercise or, causing your body pain? Why are you doing that? Your inner child doesn't want that. You don't truly want that. What feels luscious and fun? Because if you truly let go of the things that don't feel good and feel like shackles on your body, you're going to end up like the King of Wands, sitting with your passions. You're comfortable in your body. You are comfortable with your passions. You own them, and you enjoy the food that you're putting in your body. You don't need to defend it. You enjoy. And I'm not talking about the perfect diet. I'm saying what feels good in your body, like what feels right to you. Really taking the time to allow yourself to think about those options and not put restrictions on it. Like what feels good in your body? What do you like to put in your mouth? Think about all of your body senses. And when it comes to how you dress your body or how you sleep, what feels luscious and good and comfortable and wonderful. So anything that doesn't fit that, let it go. Just let it go. Start small and let it go. Your body deserves it. Your body will thank you. Moving on to the next card. Moving on to the mind card. That is plum. Overcome your challenges. number 41. So when you add it together, that's a 5. And it's always about transitions, which is, I love the fact that plum is actually a combination of red with a little blue in it. So it's more purple. So it adds that crown element to it, where we are tapping into our higher selves to help our mind. And one of the things that is really nice is if we focus on our higher self, what our higher self can do is actually guide us every day, guide our actions. We can ask our higher self, please help me with my actions and words, that it will be for my highest good as I inspire others to do the same. And that will help us overcome our challenges because we have the aid of our higher self and our guides. So I'm going to set this aside and show you the rose quartz, which is all about self-love. And it's important to think loving thoughts in our minds, embracing ourselves and getting a kick out of ourselves when we make mistakes, because that's all about the process of learning and moving forward. So I thought it was really interesting. The 3 cards that came out were all in reverse. I even double checked the deck. I'm like, did I have it upside down? But I didn't. So your mind really wants to release these things, because when it's in reverse, the cards are in reverse, it is about the energy of release. So your mind wants to release and let go of these things. So I'm going to turn them around and show you each of the cards. So in the recent past, you've had some wounds about in your heart, emotional wounds, and you want to let go of those. And so it's all about releasing that. And you've been working on it. You've actually been working on it. So I love the fact that this cat is out in the rain, and that emotional impact, and the clouds are upside down here. So in the present, you have been releasing this younger energy of racing forward with your mind, which is really wise. It's very wise to think about where you want to put your energy, what in your mind, what ideas are actually worth pursuing. And so you've been actually releasing some of those younger energies, the ones that come forward first. And you think about them, or you write them down, or you just let them go. So you've been working on this. And I think it's interesting because both of these are younger energy. Actually, I'm going to turn them around so it's easier to see. So you also got the Knight of Wands. So the Knave and the Knight are the less experienced of the court cards. And so it's all about that younger energy where you used to race forward and, with all these ideas. And this is passion and this is thoughts. So you used to race forward with your first thoughts, your first, oh, I'm so excited about this thing. And you race forward with it. And then you realize, wait a minute, that wasn't what I really wanted to spend my energy doing. But you learned a lot from doing that. So now you're releasing those first ideas and passions into something more wise. And I think that's really healthy. So allowing yourself to prioritize what comes across your mind, what is most important to you. And those of us who've experienced a lot of health issues, it makes it easier in some ways because you only have so much energy. And so it helps you prioritize, like, what do I really, okay, let's say I have most of my energy in the morning. What do I want to do first that makes me feel good? And this is all about letting go of things that really aren't important and allowing our minds to rest after we do some of the things that we enjoy. And that might be having, watching a show that just, so you don't have to think all the time, and just releasing, letting go of thoughts that don't serve us. And also just recognizing them. Okay, I see you. I recognize you, but I'm not going to go in that direction. It feels good to let some of those thoughts, not every thought is important. Not every thought needs to be pursued. And so I feel like we've been doing this work right now, releasing some of these thoughts that from the wounds of the past, and the ideas maybe were centered around fear and pain, and allowing ourselves a more healthy, well-rounded view, because we're healing. This is the process of overcoming the challenge. We're going through it, we're healing as we go, and we're really getting focused, focusing your mind on the things that are most important and most rewarding for you. That's what you deserve. And now we're going to move on to the spirit card. Feeling freedom of spirit. So we're going to focus on the spirit right now with this card, silver, be persistent, number 27, which is a 9 when you add it together. So this is all about the end of a cycle. And I love that this card it's like rain coming down and refreshing the sparkle of the silver. And it's kind of perfect because you got these 3 cards, and we have a focus on cup energy and water. So that is all about emotions. And the black obsidian here is about protection and focusing, because it is an arrow, and I just think it's beautiful. So what do you need to be persistent about in this releasing of something in the spirit? So in the near past, we have the Queen of Cups. And this is you sitting pretty, understanding who you are, and feeling like you're taking care of everything, including yourself. And you're very comfortable with your familiar there on your cushion. And that is the near past. Present is transition, which makes perfect sense, because the end of a cycle, when we feel that end of a cycle coming, we want to make a change. And that's why you're feeling this spiritual need to shift and start something fresh. And I love that in the present, it's the Knight of Cups. So we're going from the Queen, which is, that maturity, comfort in that situation. And you're taking that forward into this new energy, this new cycle that you're starting. And life is all about cycles. So, the more we can flow with it, like this water energy, the better it is, and the more freeing it is. So I love the fact that I feel like there's lots of 2s in this reading. You have the help from the turtle, who's very comfortable in the water. You are ready, if you haven't already, accepted the help of someone significant in your life. So this is a soulmate person, and you have a 2 on this card, as well as this 2. So you're going into the future, you're needing to make a decision. And I love the fact that this cat is looking back. So, even though the cat is blindfolded, because the 2 of Swords going into the future here is needing to make a decision. And you're looking to your mature past to make this decision, and trusting your higher self, and trusting that this significant person that you've welcomed into your life is going to aid you in this new cycle. So letting go of things in the past that emotionally didn't serve you, because when our spirit is free, our emotions just feel so flowy and comfortable to be in. Like we're comfortable with our emotions. We're not trying to push them down, or that we're uncomfortable with them, so we aren't sharing them. So I don't know if I'm making sense, but it feels like we're comfortable with our emotions when we're spiritually free, and we're comfortable with expressing ourselves. So be persistent about your sparkle. What makes your spirit sparkle? Our sixth sense, our major. I heard this recently, and I haven't looked it up, so don't quote me on this, but 20% of us is the body and 80% is the spirit. So I don't know where that came from, but it kind of makes sense to me, because that's what it feels like. And sometimes we forget to be in the body because, 80% spirit, that's the majority of us. So, or 80% energy, and so really making a decision about something to do with your spirit right now is important. And you're allowing other people to help you. So letting go of the past where you had it kind of figured out, you were comfortable um, with what you knew, but you're heading into a new spiritual cycle. You've ended that cycle, and now you're ready to move into this new cycle. So just letting that old cycle be done, and looking at things with fresh eyes, taking the blindfold off, and making a decision about what makes your life feel sparkly. What makes your spirit feel sparkly? And going with it, trusting yourself. So that was your body, mind, and spirit reading. I hope you enjoy it, you enjoy your life, and know that I love you, I care about you, and I hope to see you next time. Have fun with your letting go process.